This morning, I responded to this post from one of my former history of rock and roll students. It says this: "Work takes everything I have, and by the time I get home to my spouse, I don't have anything left for her. That just isn't right." As I mentioned, Bailey was a student in one of my history of rock and roll classes, and there was a great attentiveness that I remember there on the first row. I have much respect for Bailey as a writer, as an artist, as an overall warrior, poet, hero. This was my response: "We have been alienated from our deepest labor. The working class is exploited. We trade our sacred nature for what we call security. We are told that we will die if we do not serve the system. When we make efforts to extract ourselves, the Matrix sends many programs to discourage us. Mr. Anderson. We are on a lifelong study. It's not different than the history of rock and roll that we covered together in room 112 at ENMU. Do you remember how blues music was created? Do you remember how black music was appropriated by empire culture? Do you remember how a great music arises from an oppressed people, jazz and blues? We have this opportunity to transmute this suffering into the next great music. There is a great intelligence, wisdom, love rising up from the depths of the people." I was told that if I just went along, that one day it wouldn't demoralize me to participate. I forced myself into job after job, hoping that I would eventually assimilate into the system. I have a lot of online work which addresses this. Karl Marx was trying to address this with his studies in economic systems. It is common knowledge that slavery was never abolished. You are feeling the effects of slave wages, my friend. Maybe you beat yourself up and call yourself lazy. That's what I did. I worked on my attitude problems in the workplace long enough to know that the problem was no longer me, this particular manifestation of consciousness that I call Trav. This is not a you problem, it is an us problem. We must educate ourselves. We must get over our attitude problems, and we must align our labor with our deepest expression of value, worth, at whatever cost. You may consider yourself on the forefront of this as you continue in this brave journey that you are on to be true to yourself. Hey, my, rock and roll will never die. Much love, my warrior friend.